Hey guys, today I want to dive into one of my favorite looking unique units, the Ghulam. Ghulam is a new unique unit of the Hindustanis, a spear unit weak to cavalry and good against archers. Now, that goes against all of my intuition, so let's look a bit closer and figure out what's going on. I'll focus on a comparison with a few other units, especially the Eagle Warrior, who he not only looks similar to, but also shares a lot of functionality with. I will also touch on the place that the Ghulam has within the Hindustani armies. And well, let's get to it. To start with the Castle Age, we can already see Ghulam's specialization against archers. Compared to the standard longswordsman, it has slightly more HP, but more importantly, much higher pierce armor. That is on par with the Eagle Warrior, who also holds 3 pierce armor, but a bit less HP and attack. The Ghulam also gets plus 5 bonus damage against archers and a special attack that damages units behind the primary target. This mechanic is extremely useful against units that are cramped together, which is something that the archers tend to do. Here is a typical scenario where archers hide in a corner to cover from incoming knights. Like this, only a limited amount of melee units can access them at one time, so they are free to shoot at their attackers. Against a bunch of knights, the archers clean the battlefield up. Against the Ghulam, this will not work at all, but it will make the Hindustani player very happy. Moving to their imperial upgrades, Ghulam gains extra HP, attack and some small bonus damage. Most importantly though, he gains another 3 pierce armor and with full upgrades, he prides himself with a total of 8 pierce armor. Looking at the Hindustani champion as a quick comparison, you can clearly see the archer specialization. Ghulam ends up with less attack but more than twice the pierce armor. The Eagle Warrior also has 8 pierce armor, but some unique technologies come into play that make the comparison a bit more difficult. Aztecs get plus 4 attack, Mayans plus 40 HP and Incas plus 2 pierce armor. The Ghulam will survive longer than the Aztec Eagle Warrior, but both Mayan and Incan Eagles will outlast him. Looking at the king of the archer counters though, the Huskarl, he will still outlast all of them. Concerning the attack, Ghulam will kill an arbalest in 3 hits, Eagle Warrior in 4 and the Huskarl slices through them in 2. Killing individual units is not the type of an attack where the Ghulam shines though. If we cram the archers together, they can clean them up in a similar speed as the Goths can, even outnumbered 10 to 25. Using the Ghulam against hand cannoneers might be a risky move. Even though elite Ghulam gets plus 6 attack against them, the hand cannoneer gets plus 10 against infantry, basically negating Ghulam's pierce armor. Caution is required from both sides here. What is also important to highlight is that the Ghulam's ability to pierce through enemy units is useful, but mostly only against archers. Battles against melee units tend to form in a straight line, where this bonus has no effect. This ability is very similar to the one that the Kameyuk or the Steppe Lancers get. Those receive one more range for their attacks, which makes them preferable in melee skirmishes, as multiple units can attack through multiple rows. And talking about it, how does the Ghulam fare against melee units? Counter archer units like the Huskarl and the Eagle Warrior have built-in weaknesses against enemy melee units, and well, so does the Ghulam. They don't take any special bonus damage like the Eagles do from the champions, for example, but with only 2 melee armor with all upgrades, it is very vulnerable to any beefier units. Luckily, the Ghulam is a surprisingly fast unit. With almost the same speed as the Eagle Warrior, it will leave non-cavalry units far behind, so you can choose your fights very freely. Its great pierce armor and speed gives it a great ability to raid enemy towns as well, but its relatively moderate attack will slightly hold you back while trying to destroy any defensive structures. Something that we have not talked about yet, but it's very important, is their cost and creation time. The Ghulam's cost is on the more gold heavy side, with 30 food and 45 gold. The higher gold cost might actually help you mass them up earlier in the game when you are trying to produce villagers and food is in a short supply. This is again very similar to the Eagle Warrior, who eats up 20 food and 50 gold per unit. Unlike the Mesosivs though, who might struggle to keep up the long-term production of the Eagle Warrior as the gold starts running out, the Hindustanis have some incredible late-game gold bonuses. Their unique tech, Grand Trunk Road, increases any gold collection speed by 10%, so relics and trade collects gold faster. And their newly added unique building, the Caravanserai, gives speed boost to your trade cards, increasing the gold earned even more. In team games, it's not a problem to spam this unit and overwhelm your opponent, especially if the army consists of archers. One drawback of the Ghulam that is worth talking about is that it needs a castle to be created. Its creation rate is 12 seconds, so you can give birth to them relatively fast, but if you lose your castles, it can be difficult to restore the production. And okay, so what is the Ghulam role in the Hindustani army composition? They fill out the hole that the civilization previously had. The Hindustanis have no knights, so to deal with archers in the Castle Age, they had to figure out something else. Their powerful stable unit is a camel, but that unit starts with 0 pierce armor and much higher cost, and so using it against archers may be wasteful. If you can get a castle up, it is a great answer to any archer composition. The Hindustanis get their Imperial Camel to counter cavalry, their exceptional hand cannoneers to counter infantry, and now they get the Ghulam to destroy any archers. With cheaper villagers, gold eco bonus, and counter units everywhere you look, they seem to be a very versatile civ that can do almost anything. Compared to the Byzantines, who are another versatile civ, but who specialize in cheap counter units, the Hindustani counters are more expensive, but not worthless outside of attacking the units that they counter. To sum the Ghulam up, think of it as sort of an eagle warrior. With similar cost, speed, look and functionality, you can use them as such. The Ghulam will do better against archers, especially if they are tightly hugging together, but the overall counters and usage will be very similar. Extra points for how the Ghulam looks when running as well. And that will be it from me today. Thanks for watching and see ya!